What?
Oh, you know that couple that called the station after the 6 o'clock news?
They changed their mind?
No, they say we misunderstood. They want to adopt Buck if Francis adopts Hallie.
Uh-huh. But that's not going to happen, so...
Well, it's tomorrow.
Yeah, it is. You know, we just better get to work. Guest room, we can move the queen-size bed out of there and get a couple of twin beds. What do you say?
Yeah, well, maybe we better.
I think we better. What's the matter?
Oh,
I'm kind of psyched. I mean, now that we've decided to do it, I mean, might as well look forward to it, right?
yeah. I just wish we had more time. I mean, you remember all those people out there who said how wonderful it is we have 2 beautiful children and we're so lucky? I mean, you know, where are they now? I mean, I think it's great that we would have 4 kids instead of 2. I mean, I really think that's wonderful, but, you know, where are these people who have been unable to have children and they're out there and they're waiting for kids and I haven't been able to reach them?
Well, I don't think you're going to be able to do it now, do you? It's a little late.
Probably. But you never know.
It sounds like trouble.
Yeah, it's quite close, too.
Oh, my God. The Lockridge house is on fire.
Hold these people back.
No! It's my house. In God's name, what happened? Do something.
We don't know yet, man. We got every available piece of equipment responding. If you just stay back and let us do our job. Listen, I got to get in there. You can't do that, sir. You don't understand. I think my family's in there. We've already checked it out. We don't think anybody's in the house, but there were some people around the other side. Okay.
Please. There are things that belong to me, things of value. Let me see if I can salvage it.
Lady, please, let's think about salvaging some people instead.
I'm here, Hank. It looks pretty bad. The place must have gone up like a Roman candle. And no sign of life in here.
Guy out here claims there might still be people inside there.
I've been over every inch that I can get to. They may be upstairs, but those staircases are gone. I can't afford to spend any more time here. Have they thrown the ladders up to the 2nd floor?
We're trying, sir. It's like an air tunnel out here, and the wind's against us.
That's it. I'm out of here.
Maybe the problem was the public appeal approach.
I don't think so. I thought you did a great job.
Thank you, but that's not what I mean. Now, when I usually have a problem, I don't just pick up a bullhorn and ask for volunteers. I go to people who have connections and who know how to use them.
Right. The indirect route, which is sometimes more direct. Okay, so let's think of people we know who, know people. Think of somebody who's into families and adoption.
Daddy?
Michael. Your father?
Michael Donnelly?
Yeah, well, Michael sure. You know, I mean, he deals with families all the time at the community center. And if I'm not mistaken, he and, what's her name, Greta, they were looking into adopting that little baby when it was left at the hospital. Plus, he might have childless couples from his old parish. He might have counseled them when he was a priest or
Yeah, but
something.
nobody's
Your
more connected than my father. I mean, all he has to do is make a couple of calls.
I suppose. Well, why don't you tackle your father, and I'll take Michael, and then we'll see if we can't scare up a contender somehow.
See, I'm brilliant. Aren't I brilliant?
Come over here and be brilliant. I'll meet you at the pass.
Michael? Are you all right?
Will you tell me one thing? Are you worth all this trouble?
Hell no, I've been telling you that all along.
Well, then, while you're at it, you want to tell me what's going on, too?
Well, you're the one who got himself cold-cocked in somebody else's room.
True. Where is Peeping Tom, anyway?
Marcos? He must have given me the slip. What did you expect me to do? Make a citizen's arrest because the guy stopped an intruder in his own room?
Whoa.
Where did it hit you?
It's right.
Look, you're gonna live. Just come over to my room and I'll slap a Band-Aid on it for you, all right?
I'm not going anywhere until you level with me. And what were you trying to tell me on the phone? Why were you warning me to get out?
Look, I will tell you my life story, but not here. He might come back. We'll patch you up, and then we can talk all night long if you want to, across the street. Did I mention that this is a one-time only offer? Huh?
Yep. All right.
Gina!
What happened? How did this happen?
I don't know. Where are Mom and Brandon?
They're okay. Brandon had an accident. He has to spend the night at the hospital.
What?
He's okay. My God, where is Buck?
Wasn't he with you?
No, we had to leave him when we took Brandon to the hospital.
Where do you think you're going? Look, there might be a little boy inside.
I searched the whole place myself. Couldn't he have gotten out?
Where would he go? Where would he be?
I don't know, maybe he went next door to the Capwells, or maybe he went back to the children's home.
Look, you call the home. I'll check next door, okay?
Okay, I'll go over to the Capwells. Oh.
Now get her out of here.
Lady, please. Let me take you back a little. Back where it's safe.
What'd they say?
Doesn't look good. Apparently the blaze got started long before that call came in. There's every unit's out there, but it doesn't look like they can save the house.
Is there any injuries or worse, Cece?
None that turned up so far.
Thank God, Brandon is okay.
I don't think anybody was home. Damn it, Reuben, were you at? We'll have to get down there.
Wait, Daddy, where are you going?
Honey, there's a tile roof on this house. It's a shake roof down there. If we don't hose it down, some spark can send the whole thing flying.
I'll take care of that, Cece.
We have to warn Greg.
Greg's with Emily's family. They're his sister.
Okay, I'll call the guardhouse, see if I can get some help.
How bad are the winds?
I don't think it's too bad. Check the blaze.
Oh, God, tell me he's here. Tell me a little boy showed up who was about 8 or 9.
What the hell are you talking about?
My mother called the children's home, and he's not there. He was at the house visiting Brandon.
The boy from the orphanage?
Yes, he was left at the house alone, and now no one can find him. His name is Buck Wiltsey.
Buck.
Just a little of that, all right? Just squeeze it.
All right. What, you want a bullet to bite on?
Save it. I think maybe I'll use it on you any second.
Look, I'm going to have to clean this thing up. I mean, we're talking major league gash
But it's
here.
not that bad. It's just swollen.
You
all right?
really ought to get this thing sewn up.
I just need some ice, I think.
Well, you sure? Because I've got a needle and thread in
All right, Nikki.
I'll get the ice.
Thank you. I'd appreciate an explanation with that, okay?
When did we decide that I owed you an explanation for anything?
Well, it became clear that you are way over your head in this thing.
Yeah, well, at least mine's not the one that's split wide open.
Well, I'd appreciate an explanation from you of why mine is. Any time now would be fine. Hey, what, are you doing that on purpose now?
Well,
Is this funny to
the
you?
best thing for you to do right now is to stay quiet.
Fine, I intend to. Because I'm just going to listen. Now, who is this Marcos? What does he want with you?
Look, I told you, he's just a guy who hits on me every once in a while when he drinks too much.
Well, that doesn't begin to explain this. Now, what kind of trouble are you in? Why can't you talk about it? And why do I know that you can't take care of it yourself?
Well, I'm going to have to, Michael. And you're going to have to make the ultimate sacrifice here. You're going to have to mind your own business.
You won't let me. Look, I am the first person to admit that I tend to poke my nose into places where it doesn't belong, but I know that you want me here right now, whether you're willing to admit it or not. And either you fill in the blanks right now, or I will drag it out of Marcos, or I will bring Cruz.
Wait, no,
in on
don't
this.
tell Cruz.
Why? Why don't you want me to bring Cruz in?
Just don't tell him.
Talk to me, Nikki. Right, if that is your friend.
Look, Michael, no!
That is your friend.
Who is it?
Cruz, can I come in?
How do I get inside?
You don't.
No, is the door, the front door completely blocked?
Mister, take a look. This whole place is an inferno. Nobody's going in there.
Sir, that second story's about to go.
Yeah, give me that axe. Hey, you... Is he crazy?
Oh, hell. Am I?
Back! How do you think you're doing? Look, there's a boy missing in here.
A boy? There's no one missing. They searched the place.
In here, he's missing. Have you tried upstairs?
No, no stairs. Listen, back down if you want to keep breathing.
The kid is still missing.
Hey, listen, this is my shop. If there's anybody left here, I'll find him. You get out while you can.
Buck! Get the stairs, quick!
All right. Just, you go that way. I'll cover the back.
Buck! 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 Found it! Found it! Come on. Here.
This way. What's the fear? Watch it.
Hi.
Hey.
How you doing? Sorry to stop in so late, but...
No problem. Is it, Michael?
Yeah, I hope not. Rick said I might find you here, so...
Oh, yeah, I was just, I needed an ice pack. But what's up?
Well, I need parents, and quickly. Do you know about those two kids from the children's home?
Yeah, the ones Eaton's been talking about on the air, yeah.
Right. She hasn't been able to find anybody willing to adopt the both of them, and the little girl is due to be taken tomorrow.
Oh, it's cutting it kind of close, isn't it?
Yeah, we do have a backup position, so they won't be separated, but I was hoping you might have some ideas.
Well, I don't know. I could call around tonight, but
What is that?
Just an old towel. You know how I am about cleaning up.
Yeah, you never do it. What's that on it?
Stripes?
Blood? What happened?
It's nothing really. I mean, some tattooed lover boy downstairs got himself all hot and bothered. And my hero here cooled him off. But not before, he got a beer bottle upside Michael's head. Who said chivalry's dead? He hasn't come out yet.
You're not setting a foot outside this house.
What happened? I passed the fire on the way here. Where's Brandon?
He's fine, darling. He's fine.
Oh, thank God. The roof caved in. I don't see how anybody could have survived.
Did you see Derek?
No. Why?
He went in there right before the second floor caved in.
Apparently, there's a young boy who might have been trapped in the house.
Eden, you know him, Buck. Buck! I gotta go.
No, neither one of you going anyplace. There's nothing you can do but get on the way. They'll notify us.
Keith's in my wedding pictures. Brandon's baby pictures. All our family heirlooms, all up in smoke. But I'll tell you what, I would have given them away in a second. I just knew that little boy's all right. I will never forgive myself if anything's happened to Buck.
Hey, I need some room. Give us some room.
Paramedics check him out?
Is he okay?
Yes, they looked him over, huh? Yeah, he's okay,
We were so worried about you.
All right, he seems okay. Let's give him some place to breathe. Come on, everybody. Let's go outside.
Yes, come on. Anyway, check.
We'll be outside if you need us.
Come here.
Are you okay, sweetheart? You know you had us scared to death.
Me too. Where's Holly?
I'll tell you what, I'll call her and I'll tell her you're okay.
You saved me.
You're gonna be okay now, Buck. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay.
You know me. It's like I give off this aroma. I mean, I didn't even say 2 words to the guy. I guess I did give him a little smile, but he acted like he wanted to go away with me for the weekend in Maui. You know, I mean, I am seriously thinking about buying a nun's habit and moving...
Nikki, I just asked you what happened, not for a history of your love life.
Well, who's talking about my love life?
So you mixed it up with an ex-Marine because he came on to her?
I told you, didn't I?
Well, yeah, she told him.
Trust you to ride to the rescue.
Yeah, that's
It's nothing I couldn't have handled. Not that I'm not grateful.
Okay.
Sorry, I poked my nose into it. About this situation with the kids, do you have any ideas?
Well, when I heard Eden's appeal on TV, I talked to people at the community center. And, I mean, they've been talking about it. It might pan out eventually, but can I find somebody to adopt 2 kids in the next 10 hours?
Yeah.
I don't think so, Cruz. I'll try.
No, I understand. And we wouldn't want somebody that you had to talk into it anyway. I was just thinking maybe you knew some couple who'd always wanted to do something like this, you know?
I might. But I have to look in the records of my old parish. And then I have to ask permission tonight, and then I'm going to have to call somebody in the middle of the night and ask them to make up their minds by morning. I didn't know that Eden was in that much trouble, you know. I should have thought of this before.
No, Michael, it's a real long shot. It's not on you. It's just, I figured there was no harm in asking, so whatever, if anything can happen. Listen, I'm gonna cut out and see how she's doing.
You have to go so soon? I mean, maybe the 3 of us could go downstairs and play a little cutthroat.
Just between the 3 of us, I think you guys have had enough action down there tonight, personally, but some other time.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.
Yeah.
Well, he's really something, isn't he?
What do you mean?
Well, Derek's almost too good to be true, and now he's a hero.
I don't think that rushing into a burning building is something you give much thought to. You just do it.
I just mean he's a contradiction in terms, you know. One minute he won't give you the time of day, and then he does something like this.
I thought he was just trying to worm his way into Daddy's good graces. I even accused him of being picked by Daddy to be my chaperone. But I don't know what to think now.
Yeah, you and everybody else.
Even though he's only known Buck a few weeks, he seems so close to him and unreserved with him. Maybe it's because they were both raised in the orphanage.
I don't really think he's that unreserved. I asked him about his experiences in the home, and he practically bit my head off.
Thank you for letting me use your phone.
Absolutely. Thank
Nights
you.
like this, my wife gets a little crazy.
Oh, I know. I'm married to a police officer. I've spent many a sleepless night.
Well, we've been married for 6 years, but I guess it's one of those things you just never get used to.
Well,
It's a pretty tough little customer over there.
yes, he is.
He's more concerned about his sister than he is about himself. You'd think he'd just fallen off his bike instead of barely escaping with his life. What's his story? I understand he's got no family.
Well, that's not really quite true. He has a sister, Hallie. They live in the children's home, at least until tomorrow.
Oh, why? Where are they going?
Well, his sister Hallie's being adopted, and the woman who's adopting her can't manage the both of them, so...
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah. Does he know?
Yes, he does.
Doesn't seem fair. So many people trying to have their own kids for years, do anything at all to...
You feeling all right, then?
Okay.
You know, you're braver than I am. I was pretty scared in that house. We got out of it all right, didn't we? Thanks to Mr. Griffin here.
Hey, don't you believe it, Buck? Hank risked his life to help me save you.
No. Anyway, not much left of that old fire anyway. Buck, maybe you could help us figure out how it got started.
I don't know.
Can you remember anything at all? It'd be a big help to us.
Well, after they took Brent to the hospital, it got real quiet. I had nothing to do except sit there and wait for somebody to get home or call. Then I guess I fell asleep. The next thing I knew, there was smoke everywhere.
Could you see where the smoke was coming from?
It came from the dining room. I could tell because the fire was on the table. It started to get hot real fast. It got big so fast, I thought I was going to die.
Hey, Clancy, I'll be okay now, Buck.
Hey,
All right.
I couldn't breathe. I didn't know what to do, except I just hid underneath the table.
That was a smart move, kiddo. That probably saved your life.
I wish I died.
You don't mean that, I hope.
Maybe you should take me to the hospital.
Why, Buck?
'Cause I'm sick. Smoke elation, right?
Buck, you think if you go to the hospital, they won't take away Harry from?
I need her around to get better. You do want me to get better, don't you?
Listen, Buck, I gotta get back to the job. There's one more thing before I go.
What is it?
I was wondering if you'd mind if I brought my wife by the children's home tomorrow morning.
Why?
I'd like for her to meet you. It'd be awful nice if you didn't have to go to the hospital so you could be there to introduce us both to Hallie.
Better hurry, 'cause she won't be there that long tomorrow.
Maybe not.
What do you mean?
I think you'd like my wife. Her name's Linda. I can practically guarantee you that she'll fall in love with you at first sight. See, we don't have any little boys of our own. But if we did, we'd want them to be just like you.
I mean, he's got those wonderful eyes.
Really, how wonderful are they? Wonderful eyes. I didn't realize that was a prerequisite for adoption. Lately, I've been missing something.
He's a big, strong, firefighter, someone to look up to, and he's sweet. He's very sensitive. He was modest. When he talks about the kids, he melts like butter. It's
Sounds
so
like
sweet.
you want him to adopt you as well, perhaps.
You are unbelievable. Well, I haven't met his wife yet, but evidently she had an ectopic pregnancy a little ways back, and there have been some complications, and she hasn't been able to conceive, so...
Where have these people been? You ought to tell them they've been listening to the wrong news broadcast, at least.
Cheers.
Yeah. Actually, it would be wonderful if something good came out of this disaster.
Yeah, but I don't want to get too excited about it. I drove them over there to meet Sister Allegra, and Hank said it was like a dream come true, and... I mean, the thing that worries me the most is the means test, because adoptive parents have to be financially more capable of taking care of the children.
Firefighters make good money.
But he told me they just bought their first house, and it is California, and with the medical costs of the wife...
Well, darling, I wouldn't go looking for obstacles where they don't necessarily exist.
Yeah, well, then there's Sister Allegra.
What about her? She doesn't like them?
Well, she's very cold towards me. I should have let Hank go there and meet her himself.
You don't really think that she would stand in the way of an adoption because you proposed the person?
I think that she's going to do whatever Derek Griffin wants her to do. And he knows that Hank is applying, and I'll be interested to see if he has any recommendation about it.
I don't know if it's your reporter's brain or what, but you never kick a conspiracy theory out in the cold, do you?
It's because I have a very suspicious husband.
I beg your pardon, I'm not suspicious.
Oh, yes, you are. You were probably suspicious from the minute you were born. I bet you turned in your birth certificate to be analyzed. I bet your first words were, I want to know exactly what's in that cookie.
Oh, you were losing your cookie, pal. Stay away from me. Wait, what time is it? What time is it?
Give me a kiss, I'll tell you.
What time is it?
11 o'clock.
Okay, remind me to call first thing in the morning and have them hold off on the twin beds.
Well, you already ordered them?
Yeah, well, I wanted to be ready. I didn't want Buck and Hallie showing up and thinking we were going to squeeze them in here with a shoehorn or something.
Maybe we should keep them anyway.
Buck and Hallie?
The twin beds.
Oh.
I mean, Chip's getting older now, and he's going to be needing his own bed, and who knows how many little Castillos are going to be flying around one day.
Well, I was sort of hoping we can stop it at half a dozen or so, if it's okay with you.
Oh. Yeah, well, I mean, the adoption thing isn't for sure anyway, so maybe we should be prepared.
If you really believe that Derek Griffin has it in for you and that the home takes its marching orders from him,
I didn't say it
where
that
did you
way.
ever get the idea they would let us adopt these kids to begin with?
Try and stop us, is what I say. I think that Derek is very possessive. He's very worried about these children. I don't know why, and he doesn't trust me.
And the feeling is obviously mutual. So
we'll see. Actually, I'd like to see him tip his hand because I think he's too careful. He's very careful.